Waiting me that, nothing I can't do for my baby, my baby.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pebble Opinion with me, Pebble. Oh, it's a brand new week. So I'm feeling great today. I'm feeling good. And I hope that you're also, having an awesome day and you're going to have an awesome week. So today we're going to be doing the 10 commandments of BBNaija Stanship. Yo, guys. Being a BBNaija fan is a full-time job. Like, I used to think that I was passionate about Big Brother, whether it's Africa or Nigeria or whatever. I just used to think like, whoa, I'm passionate, until I came across some very crazy and passionate and enthusiastic people. It's like they live for these BBNaija housemates. It's like, oh my God, like I can't even explain it. Like, if you thought for like football fans are hectic, like you have not seen anything until you've come across BBNaija stands. Like, those fans, like, they don't joke, guys. So I put together like the 10 commandments of BBNaija Stanship. These are basically like the characteristics of the stands of BBNaija, because like they are obsessive ways, and just like, I'm just gonna be talking to them. I'm gonna break them down from 1 to 10. So without further ado, let's get into the first commandment. And the first one is have no sense. Like, you can't be a BBNaija stan and have sense. Like, those people don't have sense, guys. Like, they don't have sense. It's like they somehow, like, when it comes to their favorite housemate, like, it's like they just lose every sense that they had, Even, like, it doesn't matter your age, whether you're educated or whatever. Like, a person can have sense, right now, and you're talking to them, okay, they have sense. But the minute it's about BBNaija and their favorite housemate, all sense out the window. So this is the first commandment. You can't be a BBNaija stan and have sense. If you do have sense, then you're not a true BBNaija stan. Let's just be honest. The second commandment is be 100% biased. Okay. That's the second one. Be 100% biased. Like, you can't be, you can never admit when your fave, is doing something wrong or whatever. Like, you just have to always be on their side, like, no matter what. Like, some people can even go online and they don't even know, like, what the story is. Like, they'll hear that, oh my God, Neo did something with my mom. But because that person is a fan of Neo, they will believe that Neo is innocent without even hearing the whole story. That's what it's about. You have to be 100% biased. And then the third one right here is never admit when your faith is wrong. Like, never. That's like a crime. Even the members of your team, like, they will just be like, guys, no, you can't admit when somebody's wrong. Like, you'd rather act like you are happy that they did something wrong. Like, if your fave does something that you don't like, you'd rather go online and say, oh my God, my fave is very strong, my fave is a bad bitch, or my fave is so confident or whatever, even though what they're doing is wrong, and you're not cool with it, but you just have to act tough, all in the name of being a stan, But anyway, let's move on to the fourth commandment. And the fourth one is never admit when your fave is embarrassing you or disappointing you. Like, never. I'm gonna give you an example, right? So for the past 2 weeks or a week or so, Erica's stans have been saying that they're proud of her for the way she's dealing with Kid Y, because you all know that Kid Y is like a playboy. Maybe he's changed now, but 2 days ago or a day ago, he was a playboy. And Erica could see this. Which is why Erica was now starting to sort of like make him jealous with either Laycon or Ozo, which worked, because now we see that Kid Y is getting closer to Erica, which means like Erica's winning, right? Cool. But now the fans were like happy. They've been saying this whole time that, no, we don't want Kid Y with Erica because he's a flirt, and one time he's with Nengi, the next moment he's with Watoni, and Erica's smart, she knows not to do anything with Kid Y because she's smart and intelligent and she's got a good head on her shoulders and whatever. This is what the Erica stans were saying. Now, yesterday, it turns out that things got hot and steamy between Erica and Kid Y, So now they're singing a different tune, the fans. They're saying that, they're very proud of Erica for doing whatever she did with Kid Wire. Now, I'm not discriminating against Erica. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, you know. So they're saying that they're suddenly proud. Yesterday, they were saying that they're proud of her for ignoring him because she knows he's a player. Today, they're proud of her for being under the sheets and doing the things that make the pots happen with Kid Wire, that same guy. Suddenly, they're proud of her, you know. Because why? They don't want to admit that they're disappointed, you know, and sort of like embarrassed with what she did, because they were so sure that no, she's got this thing intact, you know, she won't fall for Kid Wire's ways. But hey, she woke up in his bed this morning, you know. But hey man, me, I'm entertained, I'm not complaining. But anyway, let's move on to the fifth commandment right here on Pebble Opinion. Okay, the fifth one is have herd mentality. Like, you must have sheep mentality. You can't be an individual thinker when you're like a real BBNaija fan or a stan. You cannot. If you do, you're a fake fan. Let me just give it to you right now. If you are not having herd mentality, if you don't have group mentality, mob mentality, like when you see that people, you know what most people do? You know what I've noticed in terms of stanning? Like on the first day of the show, people first of all see, okay, which one is having the most attention, which housemate is getting the most attention from the viewers. And this happens for like the first 2 days, you know. And then people can see, oh, okay, so Nengi has the most fans, you know. Let me also be a fan of Nengi. But you don't think to yourself, let me first see what Lucy's about. Let me first see what Tony's about, or what Erica is about, or what whoever else is about. No, because you saw that, oh my God, those people that I like so much, those influencers on Twitter like Nengi, so I'm also going to be a fan of Nengi. Or, oh my God, that influencer that I respect so much is a fan of Ozo, so let me also be a fan of Ozo. That's how they are, you know. Like, you must have herd mentality if you are a real BBNaija stan. Like, you can't think for yourself, you know. It's wrong, it's not allowed, it's against the rules. Let's move on to the sixth, not the eighth, the sixth commandment. Let's see what it is. Okay, the sixth one is you must suffer from selective hearing or seeing. BBNaija stans, guys. Like, a fave of theirs now will do something and they'll act like they didn't see it. But someone else that they don't like will come and do that very same thing. And they will be all over the place. They will lose their minds. Like, they'll throw their toys out of the course and they'll just go crazy. They'll be like, no, this person is doing ABC and what. But then just yesterday, their own fave, their favorite housemate was doing that very same thing, but they kept quiet, you know, that, which is why I'm saying that you must suffer from selective hearing and selective seeing, you know. Sometimes you see things, but you're like, I didn't see that, because it's your fave. But if it's somebody you don't like, you'll be out there calling them out, you know, writing threads and whatever, there with your friends, your team members, you're ganging up on somebody, but you let your fave get away with that very same thing. Moving on to the seventh commandment, let's see what it is. Your fave is always the victim, like always, guys. Hey, these people can make excuses for their favorite housemates. Yo, it's like, and now I think that this season, like, that is happening mostly with Lacon's fans, like Lacon's fan base. Like, now I think Lacon is a cool guy. You know, I enjoy listening to him talk because he's so knowledgeable about a lot of things, you know. And luckily, he's like an extrovert. He's always ready to share what he knows, which is dope, you know. But guys, his fan base, like, even just from the very beginning, like, we all saw how he was made out to be this victim that can't do anything for himself, only to find out that he's actually one of the strongest, if not the strongest male housemate in the house. Him and Brighto, you know, those are my underdogs, you know. My Lacon for now is no longer an underdog, but I love the way they think. I love their calculative ways, you know. But like I was saying, Lacon's fan base, they tend to turn him into this victim or whatever. Like, oh my God, Erica doesn't want to date Lacon because 1, 2, 3. Maybe she's just not attracted to him, you know. It happens, you know. So yeah, so like, that's number 7. Your fave is always the victim, and that happens with almost every fan base. But for this season, the one that stands out the most is Team Lacon. Like, they call themselves the icons. Yeah, so let's move on to the 8th commandment. You must convince yourself that your fave is the smartest in the room or the most intelligent. Like, yo, guys, you will die. Hey, these people can say they can overhype their fave's intelligence. Like, oh my God. like, no, so and so is so intelligent. Like, even when they do the most basic things, it's like, wow, guys, did you see that? They did this and that and that, and it's like, wow. And then the tweet just blows up into like 400 retweets, and you're like, when you come to see what this person did, you're like, but that's like quite basic, guys. But it gets overhyped. But I guess that's what Stanship is. You know, you need to always make sure that your fave is overhyped. Otherwise, people will forget about them. You know? So that comes with, you know, the whole package of being a Big Brother Naija Stanship. You must convince yourself that your favorite housemate is the smartest and the most intelligent in the room. Even though they prove time and time again that they're not so smart, you still just have to, you know, believe it and, you know, convince yourself until you actually believe it. Yeah. So moving on to the 9th commandment right here on Pebble Opinion, it is that you must laugh out loud at your favorite jokes, no matter how dry they are. Like, you know, hey guys, people can overhype like jokes. Like, they can overhype. Like, when it comes to overhyping it, like, Big Brother Naija stands like, take the trophy. Guys! Those guys, like, I think it's good for the housemates, you know, because you know that you have people that have your back and they will back you up no matter what. Even if you mess up, they will be there singing you praises, you know, they don't care, you know. And the faves tend to believe that, or maybe it's a matter of when you like someone, suddenly everything they do or say is funny. But sometimes I'm just like, really, it really wasn't that funny. They'll say, oh my God, this housemate said 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, okay. But was it really that funny, or are you just trying to, you know? But it's okay, it happens, it's allowed, you know. I'm not a stan, so I wouldn't understand, but this is what I have observed so far. So let's move on to the 10th and final commandment, and let's see what it is. The 10th one, you must be a hypocrite. Like, that's like, yes, like, guys, even I have been a hypocrite, you know, on Big Brother Naija. It's just that now my Stanship is like, you know, reducing and whatever, but hey, you must be a hypocrite. Like, guys, like, that's the number 1. I think this should have been number 1, not number 10, but it's good that it's number 10 because it's like going out with a bang. You must be a hypocrite if you're a Big Brother Naija stan, and you must always believe that your fave is not in the wrong, you know, and just act blind to the wrong that, or the mistakes that your fave will make in the game, you know. That's like the number 1 rule. Be a hypocrite. Otherwise, your fave won't make it to the top 5. Your fave won't win unless you're a hypocrite, you know. But anyway, guys, let's get to the end, or rather, we have come to the end of today's episode, and that was the 10 commandments of Big Brother Naija Stanship. And you know what? I don't think I lied about any of that, and I actually believe that that's how it is. I know that some people won't like it because people don't want to hear the truth about what they are, you know. But me standing outside as an outsider, because this year I don't have a favorite housemate, I'm just like observing, and it's so much fun to just be an observer for once, you know, because you start to see things, you're like, can't you know anything like this? Such a hypocrite. But anyway, man, that comes with the game. Big Brother Naija would be nothing without the fans, the viewers, the votes, you know, because they are the driving force behind the whole thing, you know, so they add on to the whole experience. But anyway, that's how we come to the end of today's episode. That was the 10 commandments of Big Brother Naija Stanship right here on Pebble Opinion with me, Pebble O, and I'll be seeing you next time.